back in here to Live Now from Fox. I am Andy Mack. Still just over 100 days away from the FIFA World Cup to be hosted by the United States and Mexico and Canada. The host cities are warning the Congress that they're not ready financially or at least from a security standpoint either. They say right now they're not getting the federal funds they have been promised. Let's be joined right now here on Live Now from Fox by Fox's Sarah Alegre in Southern California and Los Angeles. It could put plans for stadiums, transportation, fan events at risk. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, timing is a big concern here, Andy Mack. I mean, a couple of months away, things kick off in Mexico City, then it heads to Los Angeles here, and yes, there's concerns surrounding stadium security, but it goes far beyond that. Drone threats, human trafficking, ICE presence at some of these events as well, but then also looking at the violence that ensued this week in Mexico. This is all top of mind right now. This is why leaders took their concerns to D.C. earlier this week before a House committee. The money, though, that is what the focus was for security. The feds, they promised FEMA funding, but it's frozen right now, Andy Mack, because of that partial government shutdown that's impacting DHS. We're talking $625 million for security, emergency preparedness, that kind of thing. But then zeroing in on this, another $250 million to address drone threats. And right now, those grants just aren't being processed.
You know, if we'd been having this conversation 2 years ago, we'd be in better shape. But today, as we're approaching these games, we're nowhere near the capability we need.
Yeah, and that's the conversation in Kansas City right now. They'll host 6 games and serve as a base camp for just about 4 teams. And the police department there says they absolutely need this federal support, saying they can't do it alone.
I have enough officers within my own department to cover down on all the threats. But we're going to be relying on those mutual aid partners and connections.
Yeah, and a similar issue out in Foxborough near Boston. The city says no one's agreed on who will pay $8 million for security, waiting on the feds right now to pay them back. So until that's fixed, Foxborough could even refuse to issue the license needed for the games to be played there.
We're working with all the stakeholders. There's a lot of stakeholders that have interest in this. It all starts with us and what we can provide in terms of security. And
we're working hard to get this thing resolved. We're not there yet. We're concerned about that.
Yeah, we also reached out to the White House. They've got their own FIFA World Cup task force. They got back to me earlier this afternoon saying the president is focused in on making sure all of these events are safe and secure, saying they're working closely with international agencies, but of course local and federal agencies to make sure that all takes place.
Yeah,
Andy,
obviously it's very concerning because the World Cup games, even just early on in the tournament, they're like a Super Bowl in terms of security. Is there a timeline they're looking at that if they don't get the funds, these games might be in jeopardy?
Oh, we saw that in Massachusetts right now. It's looking like, hey, we need this $8 million for security in order to ensure a safe event. We got a lot of people with national security, a lot of these experts saying right now, you know, we can compare this event looking at Olympics in 2028, the FIFA World Cup. This is really going to be the litmus test when we're talking about the state of national security. And so, yes, definitely a concern right now, but still waiting on a timeline here. What you're seeing over on the Hill, a lot of Republicans and Democrats kind of pointing the blame at one another, saying, hey, we got to act fast here, get this funding in motion so we can get these host cities the security they need.
Yeah, my last question, Sarah, before I let you go, because you mentioned the Olympics and you are there in Los Angeles, one of the host sites there for this FIFA World Cup. Have you heard anything on the ground about that from there? We've seen Karen Bass, prominent feature at so many of these events. What is Los Angeles doing? Someone from there, from Southern California, very familiar. What is Los Angeles doing? How are they preparing?
Well, just yesterday, they had a couple of drills going on. The LAPD, a bunch of law enforcement agencies working together over at USC, my alma mater, making sure everything is safe and sound there. So we're starting to see some of this preparedness efforts take place here in Los Angeles. We know the World Cup will really set the stage for that, but all eyes on 2028, Andy Mack.
All right, couldn't help but ask, a proud Trojan. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time here on Live Now from Fox.